Hi, I'm Connie Smith-Haynes, proud to be one of the members of the Grand Ole Opry, proud also to be part of public television.
Connie Smith, a name that echoes through the halls of country music history, a voice that has left an indelible mark on the genre, and a life story that is as heartbreaking as it is inspiring. From her early days as a small-town girl with a big dream to her record-breaking success on the country charts, Connie's journey has been one of incredible triumphs and unimaginable challenges. But through it all, her unwavering spirit, her deep faith, and her unparalleled talent have kept her moving forward, even in the face of the most daunting obstacles. In this video, we'll take a deep dive into the life and legacy of Connie Smith, exploring the moments that defined her career, the personal struggles that shaped her music, and the enduring impact she has had on the world of country music. We'll discover why her story is one that continues to captivate and inspire fans around the world, and how her music has become a beacon of hope for anyone who has ever faced heartbreak or adversity. So sit back, relax, and prepare to be moved by the incredible story of Connie Smith. Early life and rise to fame. Connie Smith's story begins in the small town of Elkhart, Indiana, where she was born Constance June Meter on August 14, 1941. The fifth of 7 children born to Wilma and Hobart Meter, Connie's early life was marked by hardship and instability. Her father, a talented musician in his own right, struggled with alcoholism and often subjected the family to abuse. When Connie was just a few months old, her parents divorced and her mother remarried a man named Tom Clark. With 8 stepchildren joining the 5 Meter kids, Connie found herself in a bustling household of 15. Money was tight, and the family often struggled to make ends meet. But even amidst the chaos and the hardship, music was a constant presence in Connie's life. On Saturday nights, the family would gather around the radio to listen to the Grand Ole Opry, and Connie would find herself transported by the sounds of Hank Williams, Kitty Wells, and other country legends. Tragedy struck when Connie was just 7 years old. A horrific lawnmower accident left her with severe injuries to her leg, and doctors feared she might never walk again. Confined to a hospital bed for months, Connie found solace in music. A kind nurse gave her a guitar, and Connie taught herself to play, pouring her heart and soul into every chord and every note. As she recovered and returned to her life, Connie's love for music only grew. She began performing at local events and talent shows, stunning audiences with her raw, soulful voice. And though she excelled academically, graduating as the salutatorian of her high school class, Connie knew that music was her true calling. At the age of 19, Connie married Jerry Smith, a man who recognized her incredible talent and encouraged her to pursue her dreams. With Jerry's support, Connie began to perform more regularly, honing her craft and building a local following. But it was a chance encounter at a talent contest in 1963 that would change her life forever. That fateful day, Connie took the stage at Frontier Ranch in Ohio, performing a stunning rendition of Gene Shepard's "I Thought of You." In the audience was Bill Anderson, a country music star and songwriter who was serving as a judge for the competition. Blown away by Connie's talent, Anderson invited her to Nashville to perform on the Grand Ole Opry radio show. That performance set off a chain reaction that would catapult Connie to stardom. Anderson's manager arranged for her to audition for RCA Victor's legendary producer Chet Atkins, and on June 24, 1964, Connie signed her first recording contract. Just a month later, she made history with the release of her debut single, "Once a Day." The song, written by Anderson, showcased Connie's incredible vocal range and emotional depth. It soared to the top of the Billboard country charts, making Connie the first female country artist to achieve that feat with a debut single. Overnight, Connie Smith became a household name, a rising star in the world of country music. But as she would soon discover, fame came with its own set of challenges and heartbreaks. Career peak in 1960s to 70s. As "Once a Day" dominated the airwaves, Connie Smith's career exploded. She released a string of hit songs and critically acclaimed albums throughout the mid and late 1960s, cementing her status as one of the biggest stars in country music. Tracks like Then and Only Then, Ain't Had No Lovin', and Cincinnati, Ohio showcased Connie's incredible vocal range and her ability to infuse even the most traditional country songs with a sense of raw, emotional power. But even as her star continued to rise, Connie found herself struggling with the pressures of fame and the demands of the music industry. RCA Victor, her record label, began to push her in a more pop-oriented direction, urging her to record songs that would appeal to a wider audience. For Connie, who had always been drawn to the traditional sounds of country and gospel music, this shift was a difficult one. In the late 1960s, Connie began to incorporate more spiritual themes into her music, recording gospel albums like Connie Smith Sings Great Sacred Songs. These recordings resonated deeply with her fans, many of whom were drawn to Connie's music not just for its artistic merit, but for the sense of hope and faith it conveyed. But even as she found solace in her music, Connie's personal life was becoming increasingly complicated. The demands of touring and recording kept her away from her family for long stretches of time, putting a strain on her marriage and her relationships with her children. In the early 1970s, creative differences with producers at RCA led Connie to make the difficult decision to leave the label and sign with Columbia Records. Under the guidance of producer Ray Baker, Connie recorded some of the most powerful and personal songs of her career. Where Is My Castle, a heart-rending ballad about the breakdown of a marriage, reflected the pain and uncertainty Connie was experiencing in her own life. Just One Time, a cover of a Don Gibson song, became a signature tune for Connie, showcasing her incredible vocal control and emotional range. But even as she continued to record and release music that was beloved by fans and critics alike, Connie could feel the winds of change blowing through the music industry. Country music was evolving, and the traditional sounds that had defined Connie's career were beginning to fall out of favor with younger audiences. Though she remained a respected and admired figure in the country music community, Connie's commercial success began to wane. Faced with personal and professional challenges, Connie turned increasingly to her faith for guidance and support. She began to incorporate more gospel music into her live shows and recordings, finding solace in the messages of hope and redemption that had always been at the heart of her music. But even as she leaned on her faith, Connie knew that she was entering a new and uncertain chapter in her life and career, stepping away in comebacks. In 1979, at the height of her fame and success, Connie Smith made a decision that stunned the country music world. Exhausted by the demands of touring and recording and struggling to balance her career with her responsibilities as a wife and mother, Connie announced that she was stepping away from the spotlight to focus on her faith and her family. For Connie, the decision was a deeply personal one. She had always been a woman of strong faith, and she felt called to devote more of her time and energy to her spiritual life. She began to attend church more regularly and found solace in the teachings of the Bible and the support of her fellow believers. But even as she retreated from public life, Connie never lost her love for music. She continued to perform occasionally at the Grand Ole Opry, singing gospel songs and hymns that spoke to her deep faith and her belief in the power of redemption. And though she was no longer recording or touring regularly, Connie remained a beloved figure in the country music community, admired for her incredible talent and her unwavering commitment to her beliefs. In the early 1980s, Connie returned to the recording studio briefly, signing with Epic Records and releasing a handful of new singles and albums. But the music industry had changed in her absence, and Connie struggled to find the same level of commercial success she had enjoyed in the past. It wasn't until the early 1990s that Connie began to contemplate a more substantial return to the spotlight. Encouraged by her daughter, who reminded her of the incredible gift she had been given, Connie started to write and record new music, collaborating with her husband, country star Marty Stewart, on a series of projects. In 1998, Connie released her self-titled comeback album, a stunning collection of traditional country songs that showcased her incredible voice and her deep connection to the music that had defined her career. Produced by Marty Stewart, the album was a critical and commercial success, earning rave reviews from fans and critics alike. Over the next 2 decades, Connie continued to record and perform, releasing a series of acclaimed albums and collaborating with some of the biggest names in country music. In 2003, she released a gospel album with her longtime friends Barbara Fairchild and Sharon White, a project that showcased her deep faith and her love for spiritual music. In 2011, Connie released Long Line of Heartaches, a stunning collection of traditional country songs that paid tribute to the songwriters and artists who had inspired her throughout her career. Produced by Marty Stewart, the album was a reminder of the incredible talent and enduring influence of Connie Smith. But perhaps the most remarkable chapter in Connie's later career came in 2021, when at the age of 79 she released The Cry of the Heart, her 54th studio album. The record, which featured a mix of classic country songs and original compositions, was a testament to Connie's enduring talent and her unwavering commitment to her craft. For Connie, the album was a deeply personal project, one that reflected the joys, sorrows, and challenges she had faced throughout her life and career. In interviews, she spoke candidly about the ways in which her music had helped her to navigate the ups and downs of life, and about the incredible support she had received from her family, her friends, and her fans. The release of The Cry of the Heart was a reminder of the incredible impact Connie Smith had had on the world of country music and of the enduring power of her voice and her message. More than 50 years after her debut, Connie remained a vital and beloved figure, a living legend whose music continued to touch the hearts and minds of fans around the world. Personal life and health struggles. Throughout her incredible career, Connie Smith faced her share of personal challenges and heartbreaks. She was married 4 times, each relationship bringing its own joys and sorrows. Her first marriage to Jerry Smith, the man who had encouraged her to pursue her dreams of a music career, ended in divorce after years of strain and difficulty. But through it all, Connie remained devoted to her family, especially her children. Her son Darren, born during her first marriage, went on to become a successful psychologist, a source of great pride for Connie. And though the demands of her career often kept her away from home for long stretches of time, Connie worked hard to maintain close relationships with her loved ones, even in the face of incredible challenges. In 1997, Connie's personal life took a joyful turn when she married Marty Stewart, a fellow country music star who had admired her talent since he was a young boy. The couple's relationship was built on a foundation of deep love, shared faith, and a mutual respect for each other's artistry and creativity. Together, they navigated the ups and downs of life in the music industry, always keeping their family and their faith at the center of their world. But even as Connie found happiness and fulfillment in her personal life, she faced a series of health struggles that tested her strength and resilience. In 2021, at the age of 79, Connie contracted COVID-19, a virus that had already claimed countless lives around the world. As her condition worsened, she developed serious complications, including sepsis and pneumonia, and was hospitalized for an extended period of time. For Connie and her family, the experience was a terrifying one. They relied on their faith and the support of their loved ones to get them through the darkest days, praying for Connie's recovery and for the strength to face whatever challenges lay ahead. And though the road to recovery was long and difficult, Connie's fighting spirit and unwavering determination helped her to beat the odds and emerge from the hospital alive and well. In the months that followed, Connie spoke openly about her experiences with COVID-19, sharing her story with fans and followers around the world. She talked about the incredible support she had received from her family, her friends, and her healthcare team, and about the ways in which her faith had sustained her through the darkest days of her illness. For Connie, the experience was a reminder of the fragility of life and of the importance of cherishing every moment with the people she loved. It was also a testament to the incredible resilience and strength that had defined her throughout her life and career, and to the enduring power of faith, family, and music to guide us through even the most difficult of times. Legacy and impact. Connie Smith's impact on the world of country music cannot be overstated. With a career spanning more than 6 decades, she has left an indelible mark on the genre, inspiring generations of artists and fans with her incredible voice, her deeply personal songwriting, and her unwavering commitment to her craft. From her early days as a small-town girl with a big dream, to her record-breaking success as one of the biggest stars in country music, Connie's journey has been one of incredible triumphs and heartbreaking challenges. But through it all, she has remained true to herself and her beliefs, never wavering in her commitment to her faith, her family, and her music. Connie's influence can be heard in the voices of countless country artists who have followed in her footsteps. Her ability to infuse even the most traditional country songs with a sense of raw, emotional power has inspired generations of singers and songwriters, from Loretta Lynn and Dolly Parton to modern-day stars like Miranda Lambert and Casey Musgraves. But Connie's impact goes beyond just her music. Throughout her career, she has been a powerful advocate for the power of faith and family, using her platform to share her beliefs and to inspire others to find strength and hope in even the darkest of times. Her story is one of perseverance, resilience, and the enduring power of the human spirit to overcome even the most daunting of challenges. For fans around the world, Connie Smith's music is more than just entertainment. It is a source of comfort, inspiration, and hope, a reminder that even in the face of heartbreak and adversity, there is always a reason to keep going, to keep believing, and to keep singing. As she enters the 8th decade of her life and career, Connie remains a vital and beloved figure in the world of country music. Her voice is as powerful and arresting as ever, her spirit as strong and unwavering as it has ever been. And though the world has changed in countless ways since she first stepped onto the stage, Connie's music and message remain as relevant and resonant as ever. In the end, Connie Smith's legacy is one of incredible talent, unshakable faith, and the enduring power of music to touch hearts and change lives. Her story is a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there is always hope, always a reason to keep believing, and always a song to be sung. The story of Connie Smith is one that will be told for generations to come. It is a story of incredible talent, unwavering faith, and the enduring power of music to bring light into even the darkest of times. From her humble beginnings as a small-town girl with a big dream to her record-breaking success as one of the biggest stars in country music, Connie's journey has been one of triumphs and challenges, of heartbreaks and joys. But through it all, Connie has remained true to herself and her beliefs, never wavering in her commitment to her family, her faith, and her music. She has inspired countless artists and fans around the world with her incredible voice, her deeply personal songwriting, and her unwavering spirit, and her impact on the world of country music will be felt for generations to come. As we look back on the life and legacy of Connie Smith, it is impossible not to be moved by her incredible story. She has faced unimaginable challenges and heartbreaks, from the struggles of her early life to the health battles of her later years. But through it all, she has remained a beacon of hope and inspiration, a living testament to the power of faith, family, and music to guide us through even the darkest of times. In the end, Connie Smith's legacy is one that will endure long after she is gone. Her music will continue to touch hearts and change lives, her spirit will continue to inspire and uplift, and her story will continue to remind us of the incredible resilience and strength of the human spirit. As Connie herself once said, "I've learned that there's a purpose for every heartache and a reason for every storm. I've learned that faith and hope will carry me through every circumstance, and that love will conquer all. And I've learned that with God, all things are possible."